All right, howdy. Welcome back to WindleyMania, the greatest podcast you've never heard of, brought to you by the greatest band that you have never heard of, that band being Windley, at Windley_band on all the socials, Windley on the Spotify and the Napster and the Apple Music. I'm the best in the world, Andrew Reidner. With me as always, man's best friend, Devin Hopkins. Devin.
What is up?
How are you?
I'm chilling.
I'm going to turn my monitor off. We're in a different situation right now.
We are live.
We're live
on location in the luxurious 4-star Hilton downtown Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're balling.
We are balling. We are balls out in Atlanta, Georgia right now. We are doing a very. This has got to be one of the more Caucasian things.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything
recording a podcast,
literally everything we've done today.
In a hotel room.
Yeah, everything we've done today.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've done the most white people shit like all day.
So
that's what we are.
Yep. Well, yeah, we are in Atlanta. We got here last night, and we've had quite the adventure.
We have,
to say the least.
I mean, nothing bad happened, but we've just done a lot in a very short time.
Yeah, just I guess we could talk about that, but I mean, later on we got a bunch of questions and concerns and comments that I'll be going over, and I'll be looking at some of the replies from the Spotify thing, the Spotify gimmick.
The Spotify Q&A. How did this episode make you feel?
It doesn't even say that. It says something.
Sometimes it says, "What did you think about this episode?"
Oh, yeah, that's what it says. So we'll be going through a bunch of those, but we got to talk about Atlanta, man. This has been something. We're both in our own beds.
Yeah,
very comfy. I just washed my ass in this shower that
not a 4-star shower.
No, it's a terrible shower. This is it's like. I mean, it's got water,
yeah,
and there's a drain, and there's a shower curtain and towels, but I don't know how to describe the pressure that. I mean, it's really bad.
Everyone knows a hotel like shower pressure situation.
Well,
sucks. But I had higher expectations.
Yeah, well, I stayed in a very above average hotel in Washington D.C. And that shower was phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, it was great. The bathroom was huge and spacious.
Ooh.
And the fucking water pressure, it felt like I was being pounded on. And I like that.
You like being pounded on?
I like being pounded on.
In a hotel room. In Washington, D.C., in our nation's capital.
Yeah. I remember the wallpaper being very weird. It had like...
oh, yeah. You said it had like a bunch of paintings and stuff on it?
It had
like drawings?
It had like disturbing images you would see in like a U.S. history textbook, like just old drawings of bad shit happening. That was the wallpaper, and the fuck chair there was immaculate. Let's take a look at this fuck chair.
I haven't test drove the fuck chair, meaning I haven't sat down in it.
Neither have I. There's the computer chair.
Yeah, the computer chair sucks. Yeah. It reclines way too far back. To be considered safe.
And
the cuck chair is.
I forgot. You like the term cuck chair. I like fuck chair.
Well, I call it the cuck chair because it's always like facing the bed.
Yeah.
As if someone were to watch two people partake in
but I think the
relations.
I think the action should take place on the chair.
It could be either way.
And then the table next to it looks like a butt plug. It's a table ribbed for your pleasure. For sure. It is. It's a it's a nice room in here.
You could put your Sprite on that table.
You could. Let's see. There's you can tip apparently.
Yeah, you can tip with a QR code.
Yeah, and then we have a beautiful view of other people's apartments.
Yeah, we're like we're on the 16th floor of this place.
Yeah, there's Georgia Power. The whole city pretty much out over there. It's a pretty nice view.
There's also a rooftop view that we need to check out.
Oh yeah, the Nikolai's. Well, we won't be here because that shit doesn't open until 5.
Oh yeah,
I wonder if it's open. Hanging out.
It's open late.
Yeah. But yeah,
we should have done this on the rooftop.
That'd been badass. Yeah. There's a little basketball court down there.
Yeah, they got all kinds of shit here. This is like, because usually we go pretty cheap when we go places.
Yeah, we usually stay in Decatur.
Yeah, we stay outside of Atlanta most of the time, but I figured this time we would stay closer. We went to the Tabernacle. We'll get into what we did, but we went to the Tabernacle to see Cody and Cambria. But I wanted to stay close to it so we could Uber, maybe save a little bit of money on parking. Then I ended up spending the same amount that I would have on parking on the Ubers.
I know, it was way more convenient.
It was way more convenient.
Those Uber drivers were badass.
These Uber drivers are insane.
Like I guess being local to Atlanta, they're just like so used to like just driving around.
Yeah.
And so they're going like fucking 60, 65 down the road. And I think maybe since Fast X came out, they were a little inspired.
I think so too.
There was some crazy shit. We almost got in a wreck twice.
Both times. On the way there and
both
back.
Times.
Yeah.
And then the second time there was almost 2 wrecks because there was a guy in the wheelchair.
That's right.
Out of nowhere. And then
there was this SUV.
A fucking Escalade almost rammed into the side of us. It was badass.
Yeah. And these Uber drivers, they're like, fuck it. I'm making my money tonight. I got to get these people to point A to point B as quick as possible. And I fucking get it. Like it's insane. Like, cause me driving extra cautious nowadays, like it's about a 10-minute drive. You put it on Google Maps from here to Tabernacle. I swear we were in the car 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. Yeah.
It was 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes if you Uber.
If I was more confident about not being pulled over in Myrtle Beach, that would be the game plan. It's just a fucking, you know what? I'm just going to haul ass.
I've had some Ubers in Myrtle Beach that like haul ass like that.
All the Ubers I've had in Myrtle Beach have been fucking slow as shit. And then they just want to talk and oh my God, I hate it.
You get it's like, it's one way or the other. The guys in Atlanta, they're like, you get in, they're like, you guys good? And then it's like, you're gone.
And then it's like, get out.
Get out. 5 stars.
It's badass.
Yeah.
So, man, what, we got here.
We got here late.
Last night.
Yeah, we got here like almost midnight. And this place was still packed. Like it was busy for people checking in.
Yeah.
And there was like 100 things going on in Atlanta this week. Like every venue has something going on. Like
what were they? What was the stuff? There was at least, because we were in that area. By the arena and the stadium. Yeah. And then there's a couple venues.
So there's like there was something going on at the Centennial Olympic Park. There's a K-pop act at the State Farm Arena.
Mamamoo, that's what it was. Yeah.
There was something going on at the Mercedes-Benz Arena, and there's something going on at...
I wonder what's going on in the Mercedes-Benz.
I don't know. I saw that their lot, like I saw one of the parking lots that had their sign on it, and it was full.
I know Ed Sheeran's supposed to be here next week.
There's all kinds of shit going on in the old ATL.
Why would you want to see a music act in a stadium?
I don't know. That seems weird.
Like, especially, I guess it depends. Like, if you were really close or if it was like.
I've never been to anywhere larger than like an amphitheater.
Well, I've been to like the Greensboro. I went to Greensboro Coliseum that one time.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I think Colonial Life Arena a couple times.
I've been to Colonial Life.
So, but yeah.
For Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I went to one of those too.
And then we've been there for like wrestling stuff. But
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, it was busy as shit. Just like, and you were going to check in and I was still like out in the area where all the cars were pulling in. There was a bunch of cars stopped. And people were pissed off. There was this one guy just like yelling at the valet driver, like, come on, man, get this car out of the goddamn way and shit. And just fucking, yeah, people were pissed off during that. And, I was sitting there thinking like, man, I wish we stayed in Decatur because like we could have just parked and been in the room and been whatever. Yeah. But no, this has been like way more convenient because this fucking hotel, they got everything.
They have everything here.
I got a pizza.
Yeah, the food here is like, I mean, it's hotel food, but it's pretty good.
It's basically like theme park food, essentially.
Same grade.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be a little more expensive too, but goddamn, it's convenient.
It's very convenient.
They got the Nikolai rooftop.
Yeah, they got like a tiki bar.
Trader Vice or
Vic's.
Trader Vic's, that's what it was.
But
Atlanta's only tiki bar, apparently.
Is that what it said? Why didn't we go?
I don't know. Maybe there's time. Maybe they're up all night tikiing out.
Maybe.
So
there's still time.
And then earlier today, so we got up today, and the plan was to go to the Trap Museum.
Yes, the Trap Museum, which I had read about, like on like one of the things is like off the beaten path things to do.
Just to be clear, because I feel like the word trap has several definitions. So this is the Trap and Hip Hop, like Trap Hip Hop
Museum, curated by T.I.
Yeah,
it said
T.I.
And you can look it up and see what they got going on.
Well, they have like a recreation of what would be a trap house.
Yes.
So there's like fake cocaine and guns and drugs.
Yeah, there's a
gun room.
Yeah, there's like it's set up like to do a crack cook.
I think yeah. They have like stuff to like a fake kitchen to trying to emulate the manufacturing of drugs. Mm-hmm. There's a tour guide lady who yells at you. We didn't go to this. We ended up watching a video. I kind of wish we went, but at the same time,
what we did was a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it took up more of our time, and it was more worth like the money we would have paid.
But that tour guide looked fantastic in that video.
Yeah.
She was like just screaming.
She was doing the part.
She was like acting like it was her house, and she was like showing you around.
Yeah, and she was like, "These are all the haters that I have on the wall," or something. And it's just like a bunch of just like famous people that I couldn't really name.
Was there anything
names.
like music related to it? Because it didn't look like it. There was like a T.I. suit, a suit he wore one time.
Yeah, I didn't in the video we watched. Like, I don't remember anything that stuck out musically. As far as like, there was not like a recording set up in the trap house. It was just crack.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe I wonder if they like fucking just, I mean, it's a big city. There's crime in big cities.
Right.
So maybe they just took like an actual house that was affiliated with, crime, and they just dumped like resin all over it and made it stay in place. And they were like,
"This is
$22, please."
Yeah, I think that's how much it was to get in.
So,
but
maybe next time. Maybe next time with the Trap House. I think Garrett and Connor would really. Are we playing Atlanta at some point?
I would like to.
We're playing in Georgia.
We're playing in Georgia, but like not close to Atlanta. It's Savannah, which is. It's closer to Myrtle, really.
Well, maybe we can travel to the Trap Hip Hop Museum.
I think we should do that. We should try to get an Atlanta show and go to the Trap Hip Hop Museum. Well, maybe we can play there at the Hip Hop Museum.
Yeah, we can.
Make some crack.
We can learn. We can
learn about crack.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the crack. Any questions? Yes, the crack. How much? How much for the crack?
So
I see the emo bands on Twitter being like, "Are you a weed emo band or like a beer emo band?" We're a crack band.
Yeah, we should be a crack emo.
We're a crack emo band. We're not even an emo band.
Yeah,
but we're gonna be a crack emo band.
Yeah, I'll make twinkly guitar parts while smoking crack.
Yeah, that'd be insane. I bet they'd be like so good.
I don't know.
They'd be good. You should start doing crack.
Sure. I don't want to start playing twinkly guitar parts. I feel like there's a couple songs where I'm like close to it, but it's it
wouldn't be honest of you.
No, it's not too twinkly. They're like where it's getting near twinkly. It's inspired by other things that aren't twinkly.
Yeah,
but
the Coke products in Atlanta,
they hit better.
They hit better. Oh. Because they you said it earlier, they travel less distance.
It's true. Especially also, because the Uber drivers in Atlanta deliver the Coke products here. So it takes a very short amount of time.
I think we're really close to that Coke museum too. We're close to everything where we are.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
This is, yeah. You know what's far away from here though?
It's still Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville. Yeah. It's super far away. Yeah. But so we didn't go to the Trap Museum.
No, we went somewhere else.
Well, we went to, we had a beautiful brunch. We had a brunch together,
Technically,
Devin.
we had a brunch, yes.
We had a brunch.
Because we drank beer mosas, which would...
Beer mosas.
That would constitute it as a brunch.
What was that place called again? Vortex?
Vortex. It's in Little Five Points.
Yeah.
I think it was on Triple D.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it was on Triple D. But we went there this morning and...
Beer mosa, which
had some beer mosas.
Was it just Blue Moon and orange juice?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was fucking tasty.
It was incredible.
It was so good.
Really refreshing.
Arguably better than an actual mimosa.
There was that one time we went to the barcade and had mimosas. That one.
Oh yeah, we just kept drinking mimosas because they were $1.
Yeah, those were really good. But the beer mimosa, I'd like to have that at home.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like it's easier to drink. I think because it's not as like heavy on the bubbles. Yeah. It's like it's smoother bubbles because it's beer.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want pulp. There was pulp in that. I'm not a big pulp guy.
I want all pulp.
You want just?
I just want an orange and a Blue Moon. Just bite an orange.
I feel like people do that, right?
But yeah, usually Blue Moon has like an orange wedge on it.
Okay. So yeah, we went there and then we just walked around a little bit. And we saw two of the guys from Dark Funeral.
Yeah, we did. Because we
metal band.
Oh yeah, because that was another thing happening tonight.
Yeah, that was another show. It was Dark Funeral and Cattle Decapitation.
Yeah, and we were just walking. They were walking around that same area because that was where they were playing. What was that place called? I forgot.
The venue.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But like they were just killing time too and walking around the same. Like we had walked by that venue, saw that show was happening, and then like not 5 minutes later, I walked by those guys, and then you said it before I said anything. I was just thinking to myself, those guys are in a band.
Yeah, because they had that look.
They had that look of just like those people are. Those are people.
Yeah, usually just like if you look like a scumbag,
you're probably in a band.
So
I hope people walk by us like those guys look like shit. What kind of band they're in?
Shitty band, the greatest shitty band in the world. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. You hear that, room neighbors?
Yeah. I don't know
if anyone's next to us.
It is shush time.
Oh yeah, it's quiet hours.
Yeah. So I can't really scream. Not that I scream on. How many episodes do I scream on usually?
There were a couple where you raised your voice, usually to accentuate a point you were trying to make.
Right.
Or you got heated.
Sure. I haven't been heated today. Well, I wasn't heated earlier, but so I don't remember how we decided to do this.
I was driving around. I think we were driving to the Trap Museum because
Okay.
we were like, all right, we'll just do this.
Yeah.
And then I was just still driving. We were like, well, what else can we do? And I think it was me that said, it was like just like a light bulb went off in my head. I was like, there's a Six Flags in Atlanta.
I forgot that it existed.
I forget every time. Like,
Six Flags over Georgia.
There's Six Flags, and wherever we were, I said, how much is it? And you looked it up, and then you looked it up on like the map, and you said it's 11 minutes away.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes from where we were.
Yeah, and so I just immediately changed direction.
Six Flag prices, they're like begging you to come in. They're like, please come to our park.
Yeah. What was it, like $35?
Yeah,
for the same day. I mean, it's like it ends up being close to 50 after like the tax.
Yeah. But I mean, it was basically like what it would cost for one ticket at the gate. Because if you,
which was
basically double the price if you don't buy it online,
which is really odd.
I don't know what's up with that. And I guess there was probably a little more upcharge just because it was like day of.
Yeah.
Because I think like it's like a few dollars cheaper if you get it like a little in advance. But Six Flags is fucking cheap as fuck.
It's really cheap, and it's worth going. Like,
oh well, if you're
well, you've got your grievances.
I do have my grievances.
Very valid grievance. I felt pissed off for you, to be honest. I was like, this is really fucked up, and I felt real bad.
I mean,
but I was just like, wee. But I felt real bad.
I mean, I still had fun, and I walked away discovering something that was incredible. So, but we went to Six Flags over Georgia. I've never been to a Six Flags park before. I guess
I've never been to one either.
One.
This is the closest one to us.
Six Flags. I've heard stories about the one in Los Angeles. It's in Valencia, I think, and it is. It was kind of like the shenanigans like we saw at this one, where the employees were just like teenagers doing whatever, but it's like amplified by like 10 in that California one. But yeah, I've never been there, and I forgot it existed. I forgot I was like that there's a theme park in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like a big one.
And it was fucking packed.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't too.
Well, no, it was I got to the park and I was like, holy shit, there's this many people in Atlanta that go to Six Flags.
Yeah.
But like, it's easy to get around. Like, I don't think the longest it's
laid out really weird.
It's laid out real weird, but like you don't wait an incredible amount of time.
See, we're themed experience enthusiasts.
Yes.
So we were walking around kind of like critiquing a lot of the things we were seeing.
Yeah.
Such as, all
right. So like the last park you and I had both went to was Disney World.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's kind of, I understand, it's not going to be that high of quality. No. I understood what I was getting into going to the Six Flags, but I feel like they had like these lush, like forest landscapes that they really could have taken more advantage of.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just some of the things they chose to like put or construct wasn't very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. And it's just kind of like the DC stuff was all over the place.
Oh yeah, they like they're licensed.
Yeah, they like this. It didn't feel like it had to take a hike to get to anywhere.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of like slopes.
It's real hilly.
It's not like a circle. It's sort of like a circle, and then a circle above that, and a circle above that, and they don't necessarily connect.
Yeah, they don't connect very well.
Not all of them connect very well. It's very weird. But we went in there, and they kind of just like, you could have brought anything in there, right?
We walked through a metal detector.
Yeah.
But they didn't really like pay attention.
Yeah.
So
if you want to go to Six Flags and have a really good time,
you can
probably get away with it.
Yeah.
Because also I feel like they don't have a lot of employees. They have like maybe like one or two people at a roller coaster, like in the line at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like 3 or 4 on the ride for like the operations. But like they don't have like a separate person for like Fast Pass either. It's like, or whatever they call theirs, like the flash lane.
Flash lane,
like
or
the
whatever.
one guy has to handle it all, and there's no like magic band system or like little like thing to scan your phone or whatever. It's like literally the guy has to look at it, and then it I don't know. It just seems like a stressful job.
It does.
If it was like super, super busy. I don't think it was too bad today.
No, it was. I mean, it was a little overcast, so there probably wasn't as many people going to the parks.
Yeah.
Except for us.
Yeah.
I was like, this is perfect. It's not too hot.
Yeah. We weren't really prepared though, because I was wearing jeans.
I was wearing my shitty Vans that have like the insoles are just ruined.
Yeah.
I would have probably gotten some. I probably would have worn some better. I probably would have came better equipped.
We went, I guess, so we go in that entrance, which is almost like basically any theme park, almost like their main street.
Yeah.
And to the right is like what do they call it? The Hurricane Harbor. It's like a beach.
Yeah, if you want to call it
very loosely themed areas.
Yeah, very loosely themed.
Like theme breaking things. Like I remember we were in Gotham City and there's the rides. There really isn't anything else. Like that entrance is cool for it and they play the music. But once you go in Gotham City, they're playing like Black Eyed Peas. And then like on that, they have that one, what's that swing ride? They have like a lot of like crowd interaction on the swing ride.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like the DC villains chair swing.
And everybody's like, when I say, oh, you say, yeah. Oh,
when I say 6, you say flags.
Which I mean, I don't hate it at all, but it's just very interesting how like there are themed lands and stuff, but it's very, very loose.
Mm-hmm. It's more of like a,
and there's so much bleed. Like we were like in like the steampunk area where they call scream punk.
Yeah.
And then it turns into like a Western area. And then behind you can hear the mariachi band.
Oh yeah. Cause they're doing like a Cinco de Mayo all of May.
Yeah.
Like on weekends. So yeah, there's that going on.
Yeah. So
and then like Sylvester the Cat's over there doing his thing.
Yeah. That was the only walk around character
that was
I
the
saw.
only one
I wanted
saw.
to be Batman.
Yeah, I wanted Batman. Well, I got Batman.
Yeah, well, so the idea I had, so there's mainly a lot of roller coasters, and I was like, well, my fucking neck already hurts. Like thinking about, like not even only thinking about it, like my left side of my neck legitimately like hurt. I don't know what's going on with that, but so the idea I had was like, well, let's go on this wooden coaster to just fuck us up completely and get us broken in. And so we're like good to go, for other rides.
Everything else is cave.
And it seems like it's probably a terrible idea, but it makes sense, right? Just like beat the shit out of me and then I'll be too sore to really notice the rest of the rides.
Yeah, everything else is just going to be nice after this one.
Yeah, yeah. So we got on the wooden coaster where finally it was our turn. It was about 30 minutes, maybe
30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. We sat down and my seatbelt would not go on and I had extended it. I extended it all the way, but it was not connecting.
Yeah.
And the guy came up to me and he said, hey man, if you can't put it on, you can't ride. So I was too big to go on this ride.
Too big for this ride.
I was too big.
Too big for what was it called? The
Twisted Cyclone.
Twisted Cyclone, yes.
I was too big for the Twisted Cyclone.
But for me, I was already strapped
too little, and you were like, "What's going on?" And I said, "I'm too big for the ride." And the two little girls in front of us laughed at me.
You should have just looked at them and said, "It's going to happen to you."
Yeah,
this will be you one day.
So I was too big to ride the Twisted Cyclone.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah, you didn't like it?
I did not like that ride at all. But yeah, it did break me in. It almost broke me in half. It does not have like the lap bar and the seatbelt is the only support it has. And it's like a half wooden coaster. It does fucking corkscrews and like 90-degree bank turns, and you only have the lap restraint and there's nothing supporting your head. It's fucking terrible. It hurts badly. Don't recommend it.
There wasn't any like satisfying peaks and valleys or
when I got off the ride, didn't have to go back on it again.
That's a shame. And then what we do? the Justice League ride.
Yes, the Justice League.
And I was fine on that. I could fit on that, and that was badass.
Yeah, that ride was sick.
There's they have they have the cyborg animatronic in the line, which looks really good. And then there's a Joker animatronic on a 4-wheeler.
Yes.
And he's like shooting like gas at you. So that's I think that's if I'm not mistaken, that's a Shelley ride. Shelley? Which they're based out of Jacksonville, and they have like, they're basically like any animatronic you see in Myrtle Beach. That's like all.
Was it Shelley or Sally?
Sally, the Sally Corp. Yeah.
Yeah, they built Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, they built that.
They built all the fake rocks.
So that was badass. And then we went to the Batman ride, and I was too big for Batman as well.
We were hesitant about it. I was like, let's watch it. Let's watch it go by, and we'll assess it. And we were like, okay, that guy's kind of big.
Yeah, yeah.
And then again, 30 minutes.
It's like you sit down and your legs hang.
Yeah, it's like a suspended thing. Like you sit down, it's a hangy downy.
And so the thing goes over your shoulders, and then a belt goes up between your thighs.
Yeah.
But I was too big again for this, so the thing wouldn't go down without and I was laying flat all the way back, but it was just like hitting my shoulders and then my chest, I guess, and then it wouldn't. I had the thing extended all the way, and it had to go all the way on like the top.
Yeah, it had to reach to the top.
Yeah,
I remember you were like, "Oh no!"
I was like, "God damn it, dude!"
And I was like, "We got to ride Batman, so Batman doesn't think we're pussies." I was like, "I got to do it." I was a little bit scared. I was like, "This looks kind of scary,"
but they were like, "No."
They were like,
"You
"No,
can't fucking buckle in. You can't ride."
Yeah.
So
just fucked up. Because again, I
just
thought
let me fucking hold on to dear life.
Yeah.
I won't sue. I'll be dead.
Yeah. What am I gonna do?
Yeah. That ride looks badass too. At least the line was cool, I guess. It was just like you're trapped in like spray painted metal and it's really hot in there.
You really like spray painted metal and heat. That's a good line.
There's like a Batman statue.
Yeah, they didn't give it. There's usually like a mission or something. It wasn't like a mission for this one.
You know, you're just flying around.
You're just flying around.
And we went on we got the Riddler's Mindbender.
Yes.
And again, I was like, this was like third time's a charm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was worried for a second then. It seemed like that seatbelt was like the longest, so I actually got it on me. And yeah, I got to ride that one. I was pretty squished in there. But you know.
My balls still hurt from that one.
I liked that.
I liked it too.
It was a good little two loop-de-loops.
Two loop-de-loops.
And a couple
other
crazy
like,
turns. Yeah.
But
a little badass ride.
Good time.
So I can't remember like anything else about anything outside of one of the greatest things I experienced in any theme park.
This exceeded my expectations.
Yeah. So there's this ride that's called what is it called? The Monster Mansion. The Monster Mansion.
Pretty sure it's called the Monster Mansion.
And
I can take a gander.
You know, yeah, that's what it's called. And we like the dark rides. We like little goofy, whatever. That was kind of dumb dark rides. And we were like, this is what this is gonna be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a really, really like bad knockoff of like a haunted mansion on the outside. And then there's like little cardboard like cutouts, not cardboard, but they're cutouts of like characters outside. And it's like we got up, we were like, oh, it's a boat ride.
Yeah.
Which caught us off guard because we thought it was just gonna be like
that was a car.
Yeah.
No, it was a Tunnel of Love ride.
Yeah.
And you would not put out.
But my expectation going in, it was going to be just like a fucking you go just around inside the building and you see some fucking little cutouts and it's a little cute because it seemed like it is a kid's ride essentially. It's like a 8 to 80. You know, everyone can ride this.
It's a family ride.
Everyone can ride this ride. But oh my God,
I was blown the fuck away by this ride.
It's like it was a mashup of like Splash Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Knott's Berry Adventures, which was like the dark ride over there that was very similar to this, designed by Raleigh Crump. This was 107 animatronics.
Oh, you looked up the beats?
107 animatronics. Just a shit ton of like these crazy, like weird monster robots. And they're all different and there's like a big band one. Yeah. Like you go inside and it's like a house And there's like art on the wall. Like there's like the original concept art. That's what it was. And there's like a creepy lady, and it's just like a house. And well, okay, so it was originally when they changed it to this ride, because we later found out what this was. But when they changed it originally in 1980 or 81, I don't think they've changed much since besides the name.
There's no way they've changed much.
It was originally called Monsters Plantation. And then in 2008, they changed it to Monsters Mansion. And you go through the house, and then you go through like, there's this crazy lady telling you, like, the giant animatronic lady who's like, have a good time at the carnival, but don't go to the marsh.
Yeah.
And
it's like there's a bunch of monsters, and they're happy monsters. They're glad. It's like there's signs that say welcome humans.
Yeah.
They're
really
glad. They're like really
you.
Glad that we're here. And it's a big party.
You know what it reminded me of? Some of the design of the characters. Some of the concept art looked like Mark Davis stuff, which it wasn't. Mark Davis did a lot of like early like Disneyland stuff, a lot like some of the stuff like the Splash Mountain animatronics are based off of. But what is that? What's that book? The Little Critter book. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
This guy. That's what a lot of that reminded me of.
Yes. That's what I was thinking of.
It kind of looked like that. I don't know if this was like the same designer, but yeah, you go through and it's all these crazy like monsters. There's a big band monster. There's like a kissing booth monster.
Yeah,
they're all doing their own thing. There's like monsters on motorcycles. There's a large breasted monster yelling at
they
kids.
kind of look like some of them kind of appear like bird like.
Yeah.
Which the big boobied one looked like a chicken or something.
Yeah,
and it was like the coach.
It was like just it's literally. It has like that same charm of like Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion with all these like crazy characters. And if you go on more than once, you notice different things. And like the Raleigh Crump Knott's Berry Adventures ride. It's kind of like that if you ever watch some of that stuff. But then you go, and we thought the ride was actually over. We were like, well, this is, and I was already like very impressed, and like, this was badass.
This was nice. I don't want it to be over.
Yeah. And this was amazing. All these characters, and there's like a thank you for coming sign, and there's like a monster owl guy, and he's like,
it's like the cop.
Right. Yeah.
There's that.
What's his name? Like Bruce Benny or something?
I don't remember.
Benny Bob? I think it was Benny Bob.
Yeah.
But he's like, all right, have a good time. Thanks for coming. And then he's like, wait, you're going the wrong way. Oh no, don't go in the marsh. And you go in the marsh, and it's like an evil spirit tunnel. And then you're basically in like hell.
Yeah.
It goes from all these cute, cuddly monster like having a good time at a carnival, and then you are in hell. And much like the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. But this is like way more like, this is like
bizarre. This is like fever dream shit.
Yeah,
this is bizarre.
This is more bizarre than that.
Yes,
I think
it's like nowhere near what I was expecting.
This isn't just like little red devils. This is like these crazy, like nasty creatures. There's giant animatronics of like monsters.
I was trying to get pictures of a couple of them, but I was too blown away. I was just trying to take it all in without like taking pictures.
There's videos.
I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is absolutely remarkable.
Yeah.
This is nowhere near what I was expecting.
What a third act.
Yeah, I was like,
just
what
like,
the fuck is there's like he had like this giant dude with like
he's like pointing at you with his big
he's
finger.
Got a
like
spear and
humans. It's badass.
And there's like dragons.
There's a fucking dragon. Yeah,
there's a dragon.
And these like animatronics are enormous.
Yeah, they're way too big.
And they have a good bit of movement for being over 40 years old.
Yeah, they're old. I mean, and you can tell they're old, but that's like part of the charm too. It's like, okay, this is like outdated, but it still works, and it probably like adds to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And to me, it did. I was like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Because if it were like updated and it looked like clean and good,
with
then,
screens and stuff.
Yeah, this was just like, they need to leave this alone forever.
Yeah.
They just need to make sure all these still work.
Yeah.
But leave them how they are.
Yeah.
For the rest of time.
So,
and then there's the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, so Benny Bob saves you, but he's like, I found a cannon, and he shoots the demons with a cannon.
Yeah.
And he saves you. And then he's like, there's another like big band, like it's the monster big band again, and it's the crazy lady from the beginning. And she's like,
it's like the same scene, just like mirrored, as if like you're going back out in that same way or something.
Yeah. And then I don't know what that last part is, because then it's like you go through the jaws of another like demonic monster.
Yeah.
And it like blows an air horn at you.
Yeah. It like mumbles.
It like does like death metal growls at you and then blows an air horn.
Yeah. And then and then
you're out.
Please exit on the right.
Yeah.
Have a Six Flags day.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And we went on it twice.
Yeah.
I kind of wish my game plan now is that, all right, so if I continue to be too fat to ride anything, I'm just going to go on the fucking Monster Mansion over and over again. And that's all I need. That is legitimately probably like,
I wanted to do one more coaster, but I think ending our day, because we didn't ride everything. We didn't really like give ourselves enough time to ride everything.
Yeah.
And we wanted to just give ourselves enough time to be closer to the venue for the show and all that.
Yeah.
But I think ending on that ride is like perfect.
I want to do it more.
I want to go back tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not going to go back tomorrow. But if you can't tell by the enthusiasm, I mean,
you guys need to look this. Anyone watching, you need to stop. Anyone listening to this right now, you need to stop what you're doing and go look this right up and watch it.
Originally, from 1967 to 1980, it was Tales
of the Okefenokee,
which was a precursor to Splash Mountain.
In a way, it was based on the same. It was based on the same stories.
That was the original ride there.
Yes,
and it was like I
forgot the guy that wrote the original Splash Mountain stories, Song of the South or whatever.
Yeah, that stuff, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's bad. That's bad stuff. But like the original stories that all of that is based off of are like Southern folky tale-y things. Yeah. That were written by this dude that, I don't know, there's a Defunct Land video.
I haven't watched it since it came out, but
it's very in-depth.
But that's the same building, which it didn't click.
It clicked with me because I was like, wait a minute, like, I think this might be that ride.
Yeah.
And because I knew it was in Georgia, and I was like, there's not a theme park in Georgia, I don't think. And I remember him saying that it's still active as a different ride. And like, I think this is the Okefenokee ride.
Yeah.
And it was.
I mean,
and me and Andrew have a very strong love for Splash Mountain.
Yeah. Not like, I'm sad that it's gone. It's it was just a fun ride.
Yeah, it's a fun ride. It's a great ride.
There's a lot of characters we like, the porcupine,
and the alligator, and the songs are great.
But this is that Monster Mansion, dude.
Yeah,
it blown away.
Great job.
Yeah.
Shout out to Six Flags over Atlanta.
Yeah, we're over Georgia. And then we went to Margaritaville,
as one would do in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that in Myrtle Beach.
We went on the second floor bar in the Margaritaville downtown, and our bartender was very, very nice.
She was very friendly.
I don't want to get her in trouble, so I won't say her name, but she was very, very nice. But she was also very, very drunk.
And she said, "I'm bored."
Yeah, she said, "I'm bored," and was making us all the new margaritas on the menu.
Yeah. Free of charge.
She's like, we ordered our own margaritas, and then I was like, Devin, I'm going to tell you something. This is just tequila in a glass.
And I was like, yeah, mine's pretty much tequila with a little bit of the blueberry, because I got the mountain one, which had like It supposedly had moonshine in it. I did not taste it. I tasted tequila and grenadine.
Mine was just tequila and a splash of cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it was fine. And then she made us all she's like, we got a bunch of new stuff. And
she's like, I haven't tried these yet.
Yeah.
We're going to try them right now.
Yeah.
She's like, she had like 2 other people at this bar, but she was just like,
she did not give a fuck about them.
She was feeding us margaritas. Yeah. She was feeding, like, to the point where, like, I finished mine and I was like, I cannot have another one of these. Yeah. She's like, you want another one? And I was like, can I just get a water? And she was like, yeah. And she was kind of bummed out. But no, she was drinking this. She was drinking with us.
She was, yeah.
Yeah. She was
we were all enjoying margaritas with this
bartender. But because like we both ordered what we got, and she's like, those are both my favorites.
Yeah. Her favorites.
Those are both her favorites.
What did you order?
It was the mountain margarita, whatever it's called. One of the new ones. Yeah. And you got the last
mango in Paris, which fortunately they don't shove a stick of butter up your ass when you order it. So,
and I forgot what
it's usually very good.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I didn't hate the drink I got, but it was not like what I usually get when I go to Margaritaville.
It wasn't Slick at the Myrtle.
Slick makes a very beautiful. Slick. We won't get Slick in trouble because he's I
don't even know if he's still there.
He is.
He is.
Yeah, he kicks ass at the Margaritaville, Myrtle Beach.
He doesn't do anything wrong. Yeah, but he's the man.
Yeah, he makes a beautiful last mango in Paris, and he does not shove a stick of butter up my ass. Yeah, then we went to the rock and roll show.
Yep.
So what do you think of Deaf Heaven? Because we seen them before, but we were like, we saw them for like 5 minutes because it was way too hot outside.
Yeah, because we saw them it was also in Atlanta. We saw them at the Wrecking Ball Fest.
Yeah.
And you had like found this band. You were excited to see them at that time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I didn't listen to them. So I was just like, oh, okay, they're doing that. But I like, once I saw that they were on this tour, I went back and listened to them, and with a brain that's like 5 years older now, or however long it's been, I was like, okay, I get what they're doing. This is like kind of black metal-y, mostly like shoegazy, and like sometimes they mix it together and it works. And I was surprised with like the amount of heavy stuff they were like playing tonight. I thought they were gonna do more of like the shoegazy stuff for some reason. I thought they were gonna keep it lighter. Because that's like kind of their newer stuff is like less like heavy.
I haven't really heard any of that.
But
I listened to them for the first time whenever Sunbather came out. And I threw on their first 2 albums after a while, and then I haven't really listened to them since. And like, I wasn't like super excited to see them. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought they kicked ass.
I thought they were sick. Like
they were very good.
The first 2 songs, I was like, okay, there's blast beats and he's hollering. I couldn't really tell what was going on, but they fixed something with the sound, and I like kind of like loosened my earplugs.
They just drove the drums.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I was like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah,
and that drummer is incredible.
Yeah.
He's a fucking madman. But I mean, the whole band's good. Like, it's not easy shit to play every single fucking night. Yeah, and especially him screaming like that.
Yeah, I don't know how he does that shit.
I don't know how the fuck he's like, and I don't know how he's able to do anything.
Yeah, but I thought they were very, very good.
They were good, and their 45 minutes or however long was a really, really solid 45 minutes.
Yeah. What'd you think about Coheed this time? Coheed and Cambria.
Dude. It was so good. It was so fucking good. So I love that album.
This is your 14th time?
This is my 14th time. This is your 13th time.
Yeah.
I'm still beating you.
Okay.
I'm still beating
a contest. You. There's that one guy who just a couple weeks ago, this was like his 150th show or something.
That's too many.
Yeah. Like he like travels like constantly to watch them.
Like the Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I thought it was, I thought they were a little quiet at first, which surprised me. I took my earplugs out for a minute, and then I think they like bumped everything up after a while, and I was like, oh, it's back to, because they're usually really fucking loud.
Yeah.
So
that was so good. That was the album that like kind of I listened to, like that was the first album I had heard by them when it wasn't like when it came out. It was like years later. But that was like my introduction to that band was No World for Tomorrow, and just seeing it tonight, I was like, God damn, it's so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I was like, I'm in middle school right now, listening to Cody and Cambria for the first time. Yeah. I'm a little boy.
Yeah.
But really,
and I love that they don't. You're talking about this. They don't talk.
Oh yeah, they don't talk at all. They'll say they'll do the thank you.
They did a little bit. Yeah. Like they talked for like 3 seconds, like during their encore. But like I don't know if people find that off-putting. It's like I wish he would see how the crowd's doing or whatever. But it's like, nah, dude, just fucking go.
Dude, just fucking rock out. They'll say, you guys do.
That's what I like to do.
What's up, guys? Or how's everyone doing?
Yeah,
we like Atlanta. All right. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. They fucking, I mean, they played for like, this is the longest set they've ever played as far as like,
because they did
since we've seen them.
They did the full album, and then they did like six of the new songs off their newest album, and then they did In Keeping, which I didn't know they were going to do.
Yeah.
We left during like what we thought was like before the last song, just so we could like.
I was ready to get out of there, dude, after a while, because it was like fucking packed.
Yeah, it was packed.
It was hot as shit.
It was hot. It was
a bald
out.
guy in front of me, and his bald head grazed my cheek a couple times.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You liked it?
It was kind of sticky.
You smell the Doritos in the air?
No, there was one girl in front of me at one point who definitely farted.
It smelled like Doritos and BO and like sweat and beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rock and roll show. Yeah.
The Doritos stuck out to me. I was like, why does it smell like Doritos in here?
Yeah.
Nacho cheese.
I don't think it was I think I still like the first Tabernacle show the best.
Well, because we were sitting down.
Yeah.
I wish we could have got balcony for this too.
Yeah.
Plus the Deer Hunter.
Yeah.
That was fucking sick. They when they announced this tour before the world ended a couple years ago, and it was originally going to be Chon.
Yeah, I kind of did an episode about it. Remember?
You did talk about that. You did talk about that with Cotter, with Chonner.
Yeah, Chonner.
He likes Chon.
He's a big Chon head. But and then we got in our Fast and Furious experience, and now we're back in the room.
Doing this.
Know what we're going to do tomorrow.
We're going to go home.
Yeah. So I like Atlanta a lot, though. We've been here.
We haven't been in a while. That's why I was like, let's just do this one. We haven't been to Atlanta in a long time.
Yeah. So
because we usually go to Charlotte or Raleigh, because they announced they did announce it for Charlotte.
Okay. Yeah, it's always a good time in Atlanta, and this is another good time. So Devin, we got some questions, I guess. What do you want me to do first? You want me to do the questions or the replies on Spotify? Because I'm just going to read the replies on Spotify. So you can do this on Spotify. There's a Q&A. What did you think about this episode? And our pals over at Coffee and Wrestling.
Yeah, those guys.
The podcast, Mark and Jamie. They mentioned it, and they're doing the incentive of reading the stuff on the air. So I was like, I feel like I should do that because we have a good bit. So I'll just read some real quick. Zach King said, "Awesome hanging with you boys from Cheap Speed." Cheap Speed. Yeah.
My dad said he liked Cheap Speed.
The band?
Yeah. He said he listened to that episode and then he listened to the band.
Yeah. They're badass.
Yeah.
TJ Pope 006 said, "I creamed."
Was that for the same episode?
Yeah. Thank you, TJ Pope.
Thank you, TJ.
Let's see. Let's see. Jo.rd.n10 said, "Amazing. Found footage was something special on the when we did the Bands and Pals."
Bands and Pals.
So good for found footage.
Oh, good for them. Shout out found footage.
Shout out. So you got a fan out there. Let's see. We got another one. Oh, from James Uzzle. He said, "Very good. Makes me feel on the
Very Good Makes Me Feel.
Yeah,
is that it?
When I talked about Marvelous 3 and comic books. So of course Jimmy from Turn of Forte, he's
Mr. Jimmy.
Mr. Jimmy, that's right. So thanks, Jimmy. I'm glad it made you feel. What else we got going on? All right, so our pal from Coffee and Wrestling, Mark, one half of Coffee and Wrestling. Great podcast, by the way. I love my two friends, my friend wrestling podcast. So we got Coffee and Wrestling down in where are they from? They're from Florida, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
And then we got Pro Wrestling Proverbs in Detroit with Anthony and Logan. I love my my pro wrestling podcast pals. So Mark, he said Jade Koth once pooped on his girlfriend's foot because he had the shit and she tickled him while he was on his way to the bathroom. Now you might be asking yourself, listener, who's Jade Koth? He's the phenomenal drummer in the band Bozo, who we toured with last year, and he's one day he'll be a guest on here, but
if they let him out of the old folks home,
yeah, we gotta go and sign in.
Yeah, we gotta
get approved.
We gotta pretend he's got a doctor's appointment.
He's cranky today.
He's cranky.
So, what was I about to say?
I don't know. You're talking about the poop thing.
Oh, well, Coffee and Wrestling. They I like listening to them talk about wrestling, but also they're like the Jade Koth dirt sheet. Really? Yeah. So the other day they were talking about how Jade's never seen a Star Wars movie. Which I mean, there's a lot of movies out there, so
yeah,
can't see them all.
Yeah, maybe watch
Bridge of Spies.
Yeah, watch Bridge of Spies.
2015, Steven Spielberg. And then also Mark said from Coffee and Wrestling, from when you played Who Wants to Be an Alcoholic, he said, "Bro, Enema came out when I was in middle school. I was fucking 14 in '99. Fuck." Oh, because
it was the blank question.
Yeah, so if he was 14 in 1999, that means he's 63 now?
63 and a half.
Oh, so yeah. Yeah. Don't be so fucking old. How about that, How about fucking, get younger,
We're the youngest guys that podcast.
Yeah, so young, dude.
We're so young.
So young and fresh. Yeah, all right. So we got some...
Not really.
I did the fucking NGL thing with the anonymous.
Oh, are these? You don't know who answered these? Or asked these?
No, I think some of these were bots, but I guess we don't have to do the bots ones. I'll read them, I guess, but I didn't realize that there was a bot feature, and I only realized way after, and I turned it off.
Oh, I didn't realize that either.
So let's see. This one says Devin is the best program. Wait, Devin is the best part of the program. He is the sweetest little stuff.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
And then
I'm single.
Who's your worst enemy? That's from the bot. I mean, Pat Sajak.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
How do you feel about COVID? Which I think was from the bot, which is kind of a weird thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I don't have any feelings. Let's see. These are all dumb.
It's a different podcast.
This one's dumb. Yeah, I don't even want to read all these.
You're not going to dignify the bad ones?
Here, this one was good. Here, we'll just do this one real quick. I heard your testicles were replaced with stainless steel balls.
Is that for me or you?
That's just someone said that.
Oh. Well, that's a procedure I had done.
Yeah.
I didn't really advertise that, but yes, it was something that I had done.
Yeah. You know what? I don't even want to read the rest of these.
Are they that bad?
Yeah, they're pretty terrible. I took screenshots of them and I was like, these suck.
Are they real or are they bots?
Some of them are real. They're just
Here, can I just look at them? I won't read them, but I want to see what you're talking about.
Like that. Like what? Oh no, wait. That one. Like that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those don't look like real ones.
So I don't know. That was a terrible idea. So I'm glad we did that. So I guess we're done. We talked way too much. We're probably super fucking tired, and And
I could do 6 more podcasts.
So you could?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. So, all right. So go follow at Myrtle Beach shows because there's a bunch of shows like June 8th. You got Maul, Tombstoner, Visions of Brutality, Narcera, Frank the Frog at Arcadia Studios, $10, 6:30 p.m. June 16th, you got Bedlam Hour, Brandy and the Butcher, Heavy for the Vintage Circuit at Fresh Brewed Coffee House, $10, 7 p.m. June 17th at the Brick House Lounge. I believe pre-sale is still available, but whatever. $20 at Brick House Lounge, June 17th. Us, Windley, Hymns of Blasphemy, Grays of Valor, A Knife in the Dark, Your Spirit Dies, No Cure, Extortionist, My Children, My Bride. July 15th at Arcadia Studios, Circleback, Harm, Candescent, and Pressure Falls. July 15th, Arcadia Studios, $10, 7 p.m. And then Fresh Brew Coffee House, July 29th, Blightmouth, or Blightmoth, formerly known as Monocopsis. And then Orange Doors, Hyperloops.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I didn't even know they were playing.
Yeah.
And then Stankface.
That's going to be a good time.
July 29th at Fresh Brewed, $10, 7 p.m.
Those are all going to be good times.
And follow at Myrtle Beach shows for all of those. Give Mr. Jimmy and Professor Costin and
D-Hog.
Yeah, Captain Dumbass, all your love. So, and then Windley, that's us. We're playing some shows with Spider Bucket this summer. So June 29th at the Bazaar in Wilmington, June 30th, Red Porch Pit in Savannah, Georgia. July 1st, Shanghai Nobbies. Is that real?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Shanghai Nobbies at St. Augustine, Florida. And then July 2nd, Uncle Lou's Entertainment Hall, Orlando, Florida. What, are we playing a fucking bar mitzvah? Like what?
Yeah, my Uncle Lou put something together for us in Orlando.
July 2nd in Orlando, Florida. Get some of that great Orlando air in the old lungs. So there you have it. That's WindleyMania live from Atlanta. Mainly talked about a theme park ride, but
yeah, we went on about that. That's all we had. That was the I'm glad we had that. Glad we had that happen to us today.
You don't like it? Start your own goddamn podcast.
Yeah, talk about your own shit.
Yeah. We're heated now.
Yeah.
We're heated up in hot Atlanta.
God damn it.
All right. So you got anything else?
Nope.
All right. For more Windley crap, you got to follow at Windley_band. Check out windleyhub.blogspot.com. Follow at Myrtle Beach Shows. And, that's it.
That's it.
Smell you later.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.